Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, February 26th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to pause in your day, to stop for a little while, and to center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. It's an opportunity for us to recognize that all of the things that capture our attention may not be the most important, and that God has it. God is taking care of us. Each time we've been coming together, I have shared a different psalm, talked about a different psalm, and today we're up to Psalm 142. Psalm 142 is part of a group of Psalms of David that are all in response to the exile and the return from exile in particular. This one has a superscription at the top that says, a Psalm of David when he was in a cave. That's not meant to be the actual historical reference. It's more meant to be descriptive, or illustrative is even better, that's a possible setting for this. Just as we can take it and use it for a time when they were returning from exile, or we can take it and use it for a time when we're feeling like we have no place to turn and no one is on our right hand, meaning there is no one we can turn to except God. The words here for Lord, hear my cry, or I cry out to you, are a bit unusual in the Psalms, but quite common in the book of Judges. And in the book of Judges, where you see that, it is always they cry out with the expectation that God hears and God is going to do something. And so when we cry out and when we pray, we have an expectation that God is going to help us. It may not be the way we want, but God is going to help us. For the focus verse, I chose verse 4. Because, well, it's a good reminder. Verse 4 says, look on my right hand and see. There is no one who takes notice of me. No refuge remains to me. No one who takes notice of me. And yet, by the end of the psalm, the psalmist is surrounded by people who are caring for the psalmist. And that's a reminder of a call to righteousness, a call to take care of those who are most needy in our world. It's a call to action for all of us. So if you haven't already done so, I invite you to go to a place in your house that is quiet, and if there is a door in that room, close the door and settle into a chair and get comfortable. And feel the support of that chair on the back of your legs and under your arms if it has arms, and on your back. And take notice of the temperature in the room and the light in the room and any sounds that are around you. And then close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in God's peace. Breathe out all of your worries and fears and anxieties. And with each breath, let the peace of God become stronger in you, so that you are drawn into God's presence. Keep breathing. Imagine this peace growing from the top of your head to the bottom of your body, to the tip of your toes. Imagine it like water that runs down over your head, warm, offering relaxation and renewal, just the right temperature for you. And as it runs down over your head, your mind is calm and peaceful. And as it runs down over your face, your jaw relaxes and you smile. And as it runs down your neck, the muscles in your neck relax. And knots are untied in your muscles. And the tensions are released. As it runs down your shoulders and your arms to your hands, the muscles in your shoulders relax, and if your shoulders were hunched, they drop. And the muscles in your arms are renewed and refreshed, and if your hands had been closed, they're opened up and maybe turned palms up to receive God's love and grace. As it runs down over your chest, your breathing gets deeper, and your heart rate slows to a resting heart rate. As it runs down over your stomach is calmed, and any jitters that were there are removed. As it runs down your back as well, it brings relaxation to all those muscles in your back. We often hide or hold on to muscles in the tensions of our back, and those tensions are released. As it runs down over your hips and your thighs and your calves to your feet, the relaxation and peace continues to grow and spread. You are completely surrounded by God's peace and immersed in that peace and the presence of God. And then in your mind's eye, go to a trail along the edge of a mountain that leads to a cave. The mouth of the cave has a great overlook of the valley. And you stand at the mouth of the cave, looking out over the valley. And in the valley, you can see all of the parts of your life in different places. There might be a part of the valley that has all of the things related to your work, and another part that has all of the things related to your favorite hobbies and joys, and another part that has your spiritual life and your church life, and another part that has your family life and your relationships and your friends. And there are other parts that I didn't think to name that you would name as parts of your life. You can see them all in the valley below you. You can see the details. It's an odd thing to be able to see the details from this distance, but you can. And as you're looking down, you're thinking about all of those things and wondering about them all, and some of them cause you anxiety or maybe concern, and some of them cause you great joy. And up the trail comes a representative of God, and the two of you sit down on a rock at the edge of the cave, at the mouth of the cave, and are looking out over the valley, and this representative of God can see what you're seeing down in the valley. The representative starts to ask you some questions and you respond, and then the two of you go into a conversation about all that is happening in your life and your concerns for the world and for the most needy in the world. I'll be quiet now while the two of you talk. And then the time comes for the conversation to end for now. You know you can always come back to that conversation whenever you wish, because God is always there waiting for you. And the two of you say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate. And you allow that image to fade. And you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you are ready, you open your eyes. Let's take a break, take a breath for Friday, February 26th. If you have feedback or suggestions for me or thoughts about what we might do next when we finish the Psalms, or you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.